Step into a journey that speaks to the heart of every soul searching for something beyond the ordinary. This is Into the Wild, 2007, a film based on the true story of Christopher McCandless, a young man who rejected society's expectations in pursuit of a deeper connection with nature and the self. Directed by Sean Penn, this cinematic adaptation of John Krakauer's best-selling book explores themes of freedom, self-discovery, and the human desire to break free from the constraints of modern life. At the center of this extraordinary journey is Christopher McCandless, or as he comes to be known, Alex Supertramp. Played by Emile Hirsch, Chris is a young man on a quest to escape the trappings of a materialistic world. Raised in a comfortable, affluent family, he becomes disillusioned with the expectations placed on him and the hypocrisy he perceives in the lives of those around him. That Chris's decision to leave behind his privileged life isn't born out of mere rebellion. It's the culmination of a deep internal struggle. His discontent with the structures of family and society push him to abandon his home, his name, and the people who loved him. He sets off on a journey across America with no fixed destination, seeking freedom in the most profound sense. Into the Wild is not just about physical adventure. It's about a journey of the soul. Chris sets out to find himself, to live off the land, to be unburdened by the expectations of others. His adventure is an attempt to discover what it means to truly live, free from the artificiality of modern life. It is a bold, uncompromising pursuit of something deeper than just survival. It's about experiencing life in its rawest form, untainted by the demands of civilization. But Chris's journey isn't one of isolation. Along the way, he meets a colorful array of characters who challenge his views, offer him kindness, and in some cases, open his eyes to different aspects of life. Each encounter is a window into Chris's evolving understanding of the world. From the hippie couple who take him in as a drifter, to the older man, Ron Franz, who longs for a connection with him, Chris's interactions highlight the connections we all seek, even when we think we want to be alone. Yet as Chris moves further into the wilds of Alaska, his journey becomes more internal. The further he distances himself from human connection, the more he confronts the reality of his choices. His interactions with others begin to show him the importance of relationships, of love, of family, of belonging. In many ways, Into the Wild is a meditation on the tension between the desire for solitude and the fundamental need for human connection. Chris, at heart, is not immune to these needs, even as he struggles with them, and as Chris reaches the ultimate destination of his journey. The remote bus he calls the Magic Bus, deep in the Alaskan wilderness. His vision of freedom begins to take on new meaning. The wild, uncharted land he sought as an escape begins to challenge him in ways he never imagined. In this unforgiving place, with little food and no way to contact the outside world, Chris's dream of isolation becomes a brutal reality. Here, in the stark beauty of the Alaskan wilderness, Chris is forced to confront the harshness of nature, and more importantly, the consequences of his own decisions. He faces the crushing realization that his quest for purity, his rejection of society's expectations, has left him ill-prepared for the unforgiving realities of the wild. The freedom he sought comes with a price, one that he can no longer escape, that it's here, in his isolation, that Chris begins to understand the most important lesson of all. As he struggles to survive, he writes in his journal, "Happiness is only real when shared." This line, simple yet profound, encapsulates the essence of Chris's journey. It is a stark acknowledgement of the human need for connection, love, and community. Things he had tried to escape, but ultimately couldn't live without. Into the Wild is a film that speaks to anyone who has ever felt the weight of society's expectations or sought a deeper meaning beyond the surface of everyday life. It's a story about the search for identity and the profound effects of isolation. It challenges our notions of happiness, freedom, and what it means to live a full life. Chris's journey is both tragic and inspiring. He set out to find peace in the wilderness, only to discover that true peace comes from within and from our relationships with others. In the end, Chris's story is one of poignant, bittersweet realization. His life ends in the wild, but the message he leaves behind reverberates. It is a reminder that no matter how far we run, we cannot escape the need for love and connection. The wild, with all its beauty and danger, can never replace the human ties that bind us. Happiness, as Chris ultimately realizes, is not something to be sought alone, but something to be shared. Into the Wild is more than just a tale of adventure. It is a powerful exploration of the human spirit, of our search for meaning, and of the complex relationship between freedom and the human need for connection. Chris McCandless's story is one of profound self-discovery, filled with beauty, pain, and the heartbreaking realization that no journey into the wild is ever truly complete without understanding the importance of love. So, if you're ready to explore a journey that challenges the very notion of freedom, to walk in the footsteps of a young man who ventured into the wild in search of truth. Into the Wild is a film that will stay with you long after the credits roll. It asks us to look inward, to question our own choices, and to reflect on what truly makes life worth living.